Hi everyone and welcome to the first episode. So what I'm going to show you today is how to colour all the different tabs in one go. So you're probably aware of the various different ways that you can colour the tabs individually, but the problem with that is that you can only do it one tab at a time. So I'll add some tabs along the bottom here that we can use. Now we could just right click on the tab and do it that way, but again we could only do it one at a time, or even if you select a few of them you can only do it in one color. So that's not going to be a lot of use. Also, if we go to Format, you go to Tab.Color, it's the same thing. You can only really do one at a time, or you can do multiple ones the same color. Now, something that's interesting is we go up to Colors, go to Custom. You'll see that there's 255 shades of red, 255 shades of green, and 255 shades of blue. So they all come together to make up the different colors. So what are the implications of that? Well, let's say there are 255 shades of each. Then how many colors are there going to be in total? So this means that in Excel there are a total of 16,581,365. So we've got quite a choice of colors that we can use. Alright. So let's clear the color from these and put in some code that's going to help us to make the whole thing more automatic. Okay. We'll go over to the Developer tab and Visual Basic. First thing that we want to do is insert a module. So the module is the particular item where the VBA code that you're going to run is held. They're all stored as separate modules within the Developer tab. Okay, now let's start with module 1 here. Okay, so this is the code itself that we're going to use to automate the process. So let's call it sub ChangeColors. So basically, when you write the sub and put the name, that's the start of the container that holds the code. When you put end sub, that's the end of the container holding the code. Okay, so the first thing we want to do is define the dimensions. So we're working with whole worksheets. So put dim, short for dimension, WS As Worksheet, just to define what we're working with. Now, the index colors. Put dim index color. I think we'll have to spell it the American way for it to work. Put as long. So this basically just says that because it's using large numbers, that it's a long string. So, you know, it goes up 16 million different colors. Theoretically. Now, index color. This is where we put which color we want to start with. Each color is going to have a different number. So we can choose anything. Let's choose 40,000. Okay. Now this is where the loop comes in. Okay, so for each worksheet in worksheets, the worksheet tab color equals the index color. So this is tying it back to the index color of 40,000. Now, we're going to put in what happens after the first tab. What happens to the second, third, fourth, etc. So, index color equals the index color plus 40,000. And sub tidy this up a bit. Okay, so we'll go back into Excel here, go into our macros. We've got the change colors here, click run, bang, there it is. It works, colors every single tab that you're using a different color. So that's one that you can put in and save. Now this creates another potential problem. So what if, for example, you weren't working with a small number of tabs? Say you were working with 1,000 different tabs and you colored them all differently, but then you realized that's a mistake, I shouldn't have done that. Well, here's some code that you can use to undo it. Okay, go back into the VBA. I'll put another module in. Okay, so basically what we're going to do here is reset what we've done. So let's call it sub reset colors, open and close brackets, and we'll define the dimensions, the same dimensions that we were using before. The dimension WS as worksheet. Okay, so for each WS in our worksheet, the worksheet tab color is going to equal, and remember that index I was showing you before, how each different color has a number between the 1 and the 16.5 million. So we refer back to that index, RGB, and in this part it doesn't matter what number we put in as long as it's a positive integer. So let's use the number 240 for example. 240 red, 240 green, and 240 as blue. Okay, now next worksheet. Okay, and that should be about it. I think that'll work. Let's see. Okay, go back up here to macros. We've got reset colors. Bang, done. It's removed all the colors and we're back to where we started. Thanks for watching, and I hope you find that useful.